Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the NF Hope concert. We are sort of expanding on last Monday's inaugural live stream event with a new series. An episode we'll be running as many episodes as we can, obviously, but the series is called the Live Interviews. There are a number of performers, incredibly generous performers, who wanted to be a part of last Monday's event, and we just didn't have time. So we're fitting them into these new sets of live interviews where they'll get an opportunity. We'll get an opportunity to talk to them a little bit, as well as share some of their songs. Some written by them, some written by friends, but always performed by them. So this time, I'd like to bring somebody on who was actually part of our finale on Monday's inaugural event. He was sitting down in the very bottom corner, Mr. Ben Hale. I met Ben in Las Vegas when he was in Phantom of the Opera and then $1 Million Quartet. He has since moved to Nashville, and we're going to welcome him on for a little conversation. Hi, Ben. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there, right?
Yeah, aren't we all?
This is definitely the new normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty wild. Wild.
So we met in Las Vegas. You were doing Phantom when we first met, and then you popped over to $1 Million Quartet. And then you made the decision to move to Nashville. What is it that what made you decide that Nashville was the place for you?
So I started out doing Broadway shows, and I'd always loved writing songs, and Nashville just started calling, as in, well, it started whispering to me. And so I went off to Nashville to learn the recording engineering arts, whatever you want to call it. So right. I moved to Nashville to pursue music, writing, and engineering. So yeah.
Nice. And so since you've been in Nashville, how many years is it now that you've been
here? 6 or 7.
6 or 7, long enough
Something
that you don't remember.
Nope.
And so in those 6 or 7 years, like what have you been doing? Have you done some recording of your own? I know. Have you been working just as an engineer?
Yeah, wearing a lot of different hats. I write, I record. I did an album a year or 2 back, and it's since been licensed in TV shows and Amazon and Netflix and all that stuff, which I'm really thrilled about. And I'm continually working on. I still do Broadway shows occasionally. I went out and did a Ring of Fire. Johnny Cash keeps calling. I love doing music with Johnny Cash. Oh,
Yeah.
And I think that it's interesting what's that I portrayed Johnny Cash in $1 Million Quartet, and that kind of helped define a little bit more of what I wanted to do. The songwriter's life is what I really aspire to do, and Nashville's one of the greatest places in the world to do that.
Awesome. So, obviously, right now you probably have a little more time to songwrite than you have in the past. So, how are you handling life during COVID?
Life during COVID is a wild thing, but I feel like it's been a blessing in a lot of ways. I know there's a lot of people that are going through really difficult times, and we are as well, but I feel trials can help us to grow, and I've had a good time working with my kids and singing songs and mowing the lawn.
You've enjoyed that?
Yeah, just being able to kind of...
That meant the mowing the lawn part.
Yeah, it's not so bad. But you kind of learn to value the beauty of this world. And Nashville did get hit really hard with tornadoes recently, and had friends that were affected directly by that. And then while you were doing your live stream, we had half of Nashville's power went out, and I didn't want to chance it, so hence the reason.
Yeah.
So, and some of my friends just got their power on today. So,
how's Nashville looking right now? Is everybody starting to pick up? I know the devastation was pretty intense.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work that has to be done in the cleanup, and we had winds of 70 miles an hour that knocked down trees and all sorts of things. And so there's stuff in that regard. We're still kind of on non-essential businesses aren't open, but they're opening soon. And everyone's still kind of going, we're all just kind of trying to play it safe, and we'll see where it goes. Try to honor the laws of the land and hope that things start moving in a good direction.
Well, yeah, that's a hope for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. Gosh, you really got sort of the double hit out there in Nashville, but it's a question that I've posed initially to myself and then sort of shared with others. But this has been quite an experience for everybody. There's obviously been a lot of hardship. I'd be lying if my family wasn't one of the many that are dealing with what happens when you don't work. But there are also a lot of this sort of national pause has been a strange gift in a backwards way. Have you discovered things that during this time that you would love to stick exactly as they are during COVID, even after everything is all better?
Well, I have enjoyed the phone calls. I think friends are more in touch than we've ever been. We've had to kind of keep ourselves. I think the reaching out and just checking in on each other, I think it's a really, really good thing. And I think there's a lot of people that are lonely. I think all of us in one way or another are feeling that strain, but I have really valued the friendships that have come out of the woodwork to just check on me, to see, hey, how are you guys doing? How are your family? Do you want to play some game on the internet? I'm not a gamer, so I don't really do that. But I had a friend say, hey, let's play. I don't know. Okay, I guess. How do you do this? So, but yeah, and I will say, cooking. I enjoy the cooking side of things.
Exactly. We've done.
I don't enjoy the shopping.
No. Yeah, I hear. Wait, no, you guys actually have a fancy name for when you leave the house. What do you guys call it again?
Oh, we call it a quest.
You're going to quest.
So, the kids will generally, like, if I have to fill up the car with gas or pick up a, gallon of milk or whatever, the girls will stay put in the car with Rebecca, and I'll go anyhow, just to get some sunshine, but we call it a quest.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, at least they don't happen very often. So
yeah. If you're like my household, I go on quests alone a lot more often than I go on quests with company.
Correct. But sometimes you just need a little, just to breathe the air, or a walk down to the park. That's a quest.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you live in a neighborhood where you can sort of get out and about in your neighborhood and still have elbow room in that 6 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see a lot of people walking and breathing in the air and staying, wisely away from each other. But I think that component has been helpful for a lot of people. Just, again, stopping to take in the fresh air and to, explore the neighborhood that you never have before.
Yeah, exactly. And what does your wife do?
She's a ballet. She's a nurse. She's a ballet dancer. She teaches ballet via Zoom, and then she's a school nurse. And because there's no school, she goes to the call center and answers questions about COVID. And it's great to see what the nurses are doing across the nation, and in her small sphere. She's doing the best that she can. And
that's good.
Yeah.
That's incredible to hear. And as far as work goes for you, have you...
Screeching halt.
Yeah, screeching halt, of course.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay. Yeah. There's a lot of, I've got an album in the works that I've been working on, chipping away at, and
great.
When the time is right, it'll happen. And writing, I don't know, a lot of creativity and reflection. I think, like I said, when you go through the hard times, you do a lot of self-assessment and try to recognize where you can improve and there's plenty of areas where growth is needed, and just kind of reinventing yourself in this time is really important, I think.
Agreed.
So,
agreed.
Yeah.
Before we go into your song, I did want to just remind anybody who's watching, we do have a little audience paying attention to us right now, that at the bottom of the screen, there's that text NF Hope 20 to 76278, along with one of the sponsors for last Monday's event, SpringWorks Therapeutics. We are actually continuing to fundraise throughout this entire month of May, which is NF Awareness Month. So Ben, thank you very much for being here for this. I hear you're going to do a tune, but it sounds like there's a story. It sounds like somebody actually wrote the song.
Yeah, so I've been dabbling with a bunch of different songs. I'm like, well, I'd be good for this, but I love the sad cowboy song a lot. And I don't know if that's what people need right now. But a friend of mine reached out to me. She said, she's a friend I met from Las Vegas way back when. And she had a song that she wanted to work on. And she said, hey, would you produce this for me? And I said, let's take a listen. And it's a great song about friendship and the things that we can do to help our friends, and the things that we can do to be better friends. And I just thought it was a really beautiful song. And we're going to release it eventually.
All right.
I ran it past her. Her name is Amy Lacey. And a great songwriter, and she lives in Utah now with her family, and so it's just an opportunity to share a song that's got a positive message, and like I said, it's something that friendship goes both ways, and sometimes when we're feeling down and out, we need a friend to lean on, and likewise, we can be a support to those that need our friendship, and
great message.
That's the idea. And I think that's what the NF Hope concert's all about. I think I don't know, I watched the live feed and I was taken back, and it made me feel love and appreciation for each other. And, we all go through trials in many different ways. And I think shedding light on neurofibromatosis is a really important thing that we can do for that community. So thanks for inviting me. And,
of course.
It was great to hear you sing as well, my friend. I love it. So
thanks, man. Well, speaking of singing, we would love to hear this tune, and go for it. It's all you.
Sure. The song's called That's What Friends Do by Amy Lacey. Hey friend, it's been a while since I seen you smile. I want you to know that it's okay to feel this way. Tell me everything, I am listening. Promise I will stand by you, 'cause that's what friends do. That's what friends do. Yeah. I could make you laugh, we could just sit back. If it's quiet, I don't mind. The silence is fine. Let's hope for sunny days, but if those clouds are gray, we'll go walking in the rain. That's what friends do. That's what friends do. Yeah. That's what friends do. That's what friends do. Yeah. I'll keep your secrets, I'll hear you out, give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll lean in or give you some space, I'll cheer you on and I'll choose to stay. 'Cause that's what friends do. That's what friends do. Yeah. That's what friends do. That's what friends do. Yeah.
Awesome, Ben. Thank you so much. Tell us again your friend who wrote that song.
Amy Lacey.
Amy Lacey. Well, we look forward to hearing more from that. And Ben, I really appreciate you being on our first episode of the live interviews at the NFL concert. And hopefully this will not be the last opportunity. I look forward to it. Take care of your family. Stay safe during this. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Likewise.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.